What up? This is D Pino from the Relatives on Tap Friends of the Family Edition. I am here accompanied with Emily, AKA La Reina from the EYC Project.
What's good, y'all?
What it do, man? What it do? So when
What's
I
good?
met
What's
you,
good?
I met you online, and right away I just knew that you was a boss chick just by your posts, by your businesses you run, the way you carry yourself. Do you want to tell me what your day-to-day looks like being a boss lady like yourself?
My day to day is very hectic. As you know, I'm a mom before I'm anything. So after I get the kids situated and, off to their things, then I go to work. I do human resources, and I also own a cleaning business, Dustbusters. I've had since 2017. And then I have my podcast, the EYC Project. So very busy, very, out there. I'm trying to become a digital creator. I'm trying to run up these numbers and just make money wherever I can.
Well, I wouldn't say you're trying. I would say that you're actually doing it. You're in the mix of it, and you're really getting it done. It's a process, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
everybody starts somewhere. Personally, I want to start with the EYC project. I mean, that was the first thing that stood out to me because there's parallels between you and I being content creators. How did that come about? What was your main motivating factor to start the EYC project?
So the EYC Project is pretty much an inspirational podcast. I love to be motivational. I love to do motivational Mondays. That's what initially started the EYC Project. I then started doing interviews and just trying to shine light on people that, have gone through the struggle to become successful. We've had doors closed in our faces, people that never give up, people that continuously push forward. And I just wanted to shine a light on that. So it was important for me to have a space where people felt comfortable to come and just tell their story, kind of like we're doing now. So that's really the start of that.
And I love that. That's how I know we have so many parallels in our platforms because I try to highlight the positivity in people too and bring out the best in them.
Absolutely.
I leave it up to you. People, I tend that people do a good job all by themselves, making themselves look bad. I don't
True.
need to help them.
True story.
As a content creator, though, what do you find some of the most biggest challenges are as a content creator in this space with podcasting and just digital creating?
I'd say the biggest challenge is just, getting the messages out there. I have a lot of support from strangers, which blows my mind because, when you do so much for people, you do so much for your community, you expect people to support. And when they don't, it's kind of discouraging, especially when it's the people closest to you. But I've just learned to chop it up and just keep doing me. I know they're watching, whether they support it or not. I know they see it. And I'm just going to keep putting it out there.
Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way myself. Just like you said, just not paying too much attention to the people that I would like to support me. Right? I have like this list of people that it's like I'm not trying to get their attention, but it would be nice if they acknowledge, right?
Absolutely.
But then we gotta show gratitude to the people that do give us attention.
Absolutely. I think that's super important. I have a lot of supporters that I've never even met in person. And it's kind of crazy being out in public and they recognize me and they're just like, hey, you're La Reina. Hey. And I'm like, hey. But it's
So
good vibes.
I know you have an upcoming show for Mother's Day.
I do.
Without giving too much because I encourage people to tap in when that gets released. But what could you tell us about that upcoming episode and what it pertains to?
I can tell you that the upcoming episode that I have is called Through Their Eyes, and it's a very, very special episode to me. A lot of people, they see what I put out there, but they don't see behind the scenes. And the interviews that I'm doing are with people that know me the best. They see me every day. They know the struggle. They see the tears. They see me, on my bad days and my good days. So I think it's important for people to see that side of me. So I'm excited for that episode. I'm excited to let people in. I'm excited for people to get a glimpse of Emily because that's something I kind of keep under wraps.
Where did you get the name La Reina? So I mean, just quick little side note for anyone listening.
So
I got thrown off when you told me your name was Emily, and I'm like, all right, well, I didn't expect that, but
So La Reina is the queen. That's literally what it means. And to me, to everybody around me, I'm the queen. I'm the only girl. I have brothers. So I grew up being a princess. And now that I'm an adult. I'm just the queen, you know? Even my kids, my son, he'll call me queen. My baby daddies call me queen. Like everybody just calls me
I
queen.
love it. And so my daughter's name's Quinn, which means queen in some other language. I can't
Exactly.
remember right now, but
So
I,
yeah,
I understand the sentiment to, just owning that queen title.
absolutely.
With that being said, owning that queen title, so just being the queen of your house, being the queen of your career and your destiny. Tell me about, can we talk about some of that work-life balance?
Yes. Work-life balance was a little tough for me. I am a single mom. I have 3 kids that I constantly, sports, school, events, different things. But more recently, my daughter just turned 18. She got her car. She's, helping a lot more. So that leaves more time for myself. In the beginning, I'm like, what do I do with this time? Now I started going to the gym and, just investing in me and doing things that make me happy because it's important to just show up for yourself. You can't continuously show up for other people if your glass is empty. So I got to continue to pour into myself and continue to have people around me that also pour into me. So.
What are some of the things that you do when you aren't feeling so full? Like I know I have the way I cope with that is whether you want to call it depression or just maybe just a down moment, I tend to bury myself in work. I've been called a workaholic by a lot of people.
I've done
So how
that.
do you cope with those down moments when it just feels a little too overwhelming, whether it's the family life, you chasing your dreams, trying to manage a job, working for somebody else, knowing damn well you should be working for yourself.
Period. Well, first, I always start with gratitude. I remember waking up and, just praying to be where I am today. So I always start with gratitude and remind myself that I've been in darker places, I've been in lower places. So I got to remind myself to be grateful and thankful for the blessings that I do have. So that's number one. I love to listen to podcasts. I love to read motivational books. I love to write poetry. So I just like to tap in with the inner things that I don't get to do on a regular basis. So those things help refuel me. They help push me forward and get me out of those slumps.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids, 3
Four
that live at
kids.
home.
Been busy.
Real busy.
I'm playing with you. I'm playing. So how do your kids take like you just having? I know how my kids like they see their dad always like I don't even watch TV. Dad's always doing something. Dad's always active. How do your kids view you, or how do you think they view you being so active in all these things that you do? Because you, like I said, I'm just really getting to know you on a personal level, but anyone who follows you will know that this woman is no lazy woman. She's out
I'm
and
always
she's
working.
always out and after it.
Absolutely. I think my kids are appreciative of it. They don't really have anybody else besides me. They have their other parents, but I'm like the main person. So I think that they're proud of me. I think that they look up to me. I think that I give them lessons that they're going to absolutely utilize when they're adults. I'm so proud watching them and just seeing myself in 3 different forms, and it's just I think they just sometimes they're like, Mom, you work a lot. Because I remember like going on vacations, I'm still working, still trying to
Yep.
make money, and they're like, Mom, you're on vacation,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to shut it off. Like if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. So I think they understand that and they're supportive of that because they know at the end of the day I'm doing it for them. So
Yeah, exactly. It's good to have like like an anchor almost, like a reason. Um Outside of family, because I mean I think anybody who's a parent and is an involved parent, what would name some other things that you find are like motivational too, the things that keep you going at because again, just speaking from personal experience, I don't always want to just get up and do it. Sometimes I think about quitting, but I gotta remind myself of the things that motivate me and drive me. What are some things outside of family and
yeah.
children that motivate you?
I eventually just want to work for myself. I don't want to continue to work for other people. So it's important to me to continue to put my goals and my dreams to the forefront. You can work for somebody else for years and years building their dream, and where does it really get you? You know what I mean? So for me, I have my vision board that I look at every day, and I just know like what my goals are, and that's what drives me. I have it in a place that literally when I open my eyes, it's right there. So it's a constant reminder of what I'm doing it for, what I'm working towards, what I'm saving for. It literally has everything on it. So it's just continuously pushing myself forward. I want to be able to leave my kids, properties and things like that, and not leave them with debt and things that our parents like left down to us.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to be different and set my kids up for
Yeah. So
success.
generation wealth is important
Yeah,
to you.
absolutely.
So you have a vision board.
I do have a vision
Okay.
board.
I have a vision board. There's only one thing on it though. It's just a beach with a beach chair, empty beach chair.
That's your goal. That's a
That's
good
it.
vision.
I don't care what happens in between, but that's where I'm going to end up.
I like that.
So, so speaking of like independence and working for yourself, you do actually own your own cleaning business.
I do.
Take us through that journey. Take us about where it started, where it's taking you, how it's going, like, and just
So my
the
cleaning
benefits of it.
business, yeah, my cleaning business is called Dustbusters. I've had it since 2017. I don't really like cleaning, but it's something that I'm good at. Having a Hispanic mom, just everything had to be clean. So it was something that I was good at, and it's something that my kids were able to do with me, a trait that I passed down to them. So we opened the business. We were able to get contracts. COVID came, kind of shut the contracts down.
Yeah, shut
so
all down.
now I've like revamped myself, and I initially started doing commercial. So now I opened it to residential, and I've been doing a lot more residential, even though I hate it. But yeah.
So, I mean, I can feel you on that. It's not like your biggest dreams, right? But it is entrepreneurship. So, what are some of the things that you could take away from, like you said, you're not working with somebody else, even though you don't really want to clean, but at least you have the motivation knowing that like this is me,
Yeah, that's
this is
mine.
all mine.
I can tell you if I had more contracts and I actually had like staff and employees, I probably could, do that full time. However, it's tough to go out and find contracts and get people to sign contracts when you're working full time. So it's
Hopefully,
tough.
this brings some exposure today, and hopefully, we get you some contracts.
Yeah,
I might be able to talk to
book
some
with
people for you.
Dustbusters. Go visit my website on Facebook. Thank you.
Yeah. But so yeah, man, I'm excited about your next show coming up. I mean, I fell back a little bit. Obviously, remember we spoke. We was actually supposed to do this quite some time ago, but I just fell off. Like I said, I got into one of them funks. But I'm back on it.
That happens from time to time because it's been months and months since I've posted my last podcast episode, and it's not that I don't care about it or that it's less important to me. Just life be life, and it gets in the way of my own personal things sometimes. Responsibilities take over.
So who would be your if when you reach that pinnacle and you grow your podcast to its highest form, who's like your dream interview? Who do you want to sit with and like speak to the most? Me personally, I don't care who it is. I mean, I'm not a fan of the current president, but I want to interview a president.
A
I don't
president.
care if it's one I like or don't
I don't
like.
really have. Well, you know what? I lied. I will have Tory on there.
Okay.
That's my
I
guy.
always thought you was gonna say Bad Bunny. I swear to God, I was like, she's gonna interview Bad Bunny.
Tory. That's free the guy.
Free the guy. How'd you like that album though?
I love the album. I love it. I love it. If you know me, you know I've been a Tory fan for years and years, and yeah, I vibe with it. That's my cup of tea right there.
Right. Are any of your children like trying to follow in your footsteps? Like me, I know this one is showing me more promise than all three of them. I mean that she's really like kind of just taking on. When I was her age, that's exactly what I looked like.
Yeah.
And how I moved, how I dressed, my decision making, everything. My other two kids, although they are on great paths, it's not what I was doing when I was their age.
Right. I will say my oldest is like Emily 2.0. It's just crazy to see her doing the same things I did. Like ever since I turned 14, I've worked. She turned 14. She worked.
Right to workforce.
I got my own first car. She got her own first car. She just is such an inspiration to so many other young girls. And it really, truly makes me proud to just watch her. I love seeing her just thrive and shine. And like you said, my other kids, they're also, they have different parts of me as well. But like that firstborn right there, that's
You know which one is the one.
yeah, that's
You
the one
already
right
know.
there.
So with that being said, I brought that up to lead to this. You being a woman in the industry, in the media industry, regardless of what form you're on, how do you feel about women in the media space right now? At least in our area. I mean, we could talk about what role women play in bigger
Right.
platforms, but I'm talking about in our general area, South Coast Massachusetts, South Coast Rhode Island. Um, how do you feel about the women in the media space?
I feel like women in the media are just too much sometimes. They just be forcing it, they just be doing crazy stuff. And, I'm very intentional with every move that I make. I'm very intentional with the people that I keep around me. So just know if you see a female around me, she's a boss. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep no crazy chicks around me. We could get a little ratchet and stuff, but definitely just, I feel like they need to, I'm not even gonna say all that. I
Yeah.
feel like
Well,
they just need to get it together.
yeah. I mean, I have, and don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking to all women in all platforms because there are some great platforms that I
Absolutely,
happen
yeah.
to follow that women are a part of, whether they run it or they're co-hosts or whatever. But I do feel like in the general media space, when a woman gets along, it's almost like she intentionally has to play like a ratchet hoe.
Yeah, we
Like you
not
don't got to
doing
do
all
all
that.
that.
We
Like
not doing all
there's a
that.
lot of intellectual women out there who have
Exactly.
a lot of insight, knowledge, and information out there.
I can tell you what, I can go to any spot completely dressed and I will still pull everybody's attention, and that's just the type of person that I
Yeah.
am. That's the
Well, when you
energy
got
that
it,
I carry.
that's the queen. That's the
That's the
Lorena.
queen, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
I just walk in with that energy and they already know what time it is.
Yeah. So seeing how you got an Emily 2.0 in the making, what is? I mean, I'm sure you talk to her all the time. This ain't nothing new, but what is some of your greatest advice that you can not only pass down to your daughter that seemingly is following in your footsteps, but other young women looking to get into this media space?
I would say not to care about people judging you, not to care about what other people have to say. People are going to talk regardless, whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. So just do what you want to do and do it, things that make you happy, and just make sure you take care of yourself, because for the longest time I was putting everybody else before myself. And that's probably the reason that I didn't realize the light that I do have within me. So now that I've started to put myself first and, just stop caring what people think, I've just been thriving and I love it. I love that for me.
Yeah, I think I give that advice often a lot too, and just
Yeah.
saying, do it your way. There's no right or wrong way. Do it however it comes to you naturally.
Yeah, and there could be other people that do the same thing as you, but it's not going to be what you're doing. Like, we both have podcasts, very similar, but mine is the EYC Project,
Yeah,
yours Relatives on
that's
Top.
it.
It's two different,
That's what it is,
So,
So outside of running your own business, doing your own media space, tell us about your place in the workforce as human resources.
yes, I do
Human
human
resources.
resources for
Which, by the way, I've
seafood.
always bumped heads with my human resources reps. So
I'm the nice
I want
HR
to know
lady,
how you're the elite
right?
HR, because I've always bumped heads with them people.
All right, so I will say the role of human resources comes with its ups and downs. There is a lot of, politics and policies and documentation and all that comes with it. But being there for the people and just genuinely showing up for them and showing them my support and that I really care about them and just want what's best for them, like the love that they show me in return, because they see that I care for them. They're not just another number. They're not just another employee.
You're one of one then.
Yeah, like human resources is for the people, and I pride myself on being for the people. Like, I genuinely love my employees. I feel like we wouldn't be a successful company if we didn't have them, on the floor doing their thing. So I try to take care of my employees. I try to do employee appreciation events and just show them that I really care. So
What is the number one What's the number one aspect of human resources that you've been able to carry over into your own professional lifestyle?
I'd say patience, because being human resources definitely takes a lot of patience. You get different personalities every day. You get different things that pop up, and you just got to know how to go with the flow and be patient, because people are, when people are in their feelings, they're just not thinking correctly. So you have to kind of like be the mellow head and calm them down. So it's really taught me not to move off emotion.
I tell my kids all the time, somebody got to be the bigger person,
Right.
even if it's you every single time.
Every time.
Just be bigger then.
Right.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I think you got a lot of great things coming on in your future.
Absolutely.
One more time, could you just plug in that Mother's Day event?
May 10th, Mother's Day of 2026, I will have the Through Their Eyes episode on the EYC Project. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share on YouTube.
Word. I'm gonna put all that at the bottom of the information. And one last question: when do I get to go on your podcast so I can this is D Pino trying to be a journalist, right? And I like doing this. I like the more intellectual conversations and like really get to know somebody.
Right.
But if you ever watch Relatives on Tap, I do with my son. I mean, we just talk that shit, right?
I know y'all too, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So I need to know when I can get you on that show and when I can get on your show.
You can get me on your show whenever. You just gotta book in advance.
Okay.
And my show, we could work. Let's work. It's all about collaboration, not competition. So I'm very big on that.
Me and my son, we do have a series we're gonna roll out for this summer because we're gonna be doing Relative on Tap episodes on the beach.
That's what's up.
In the public.
Well, I might be on one of those episodes, so make sure y'all tune in.
Word. Emily, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. That's Emily, La Reina, the Queen.
La
EYC
Reina.
Project, tap in.
It's a wrap.